Hey, what is going on, guys? Welcome to a new video. I know I haven't uploaded in a while, but I've found something that really intrigues me and I think would intrigue you too. I mean, have you ever wanted to just take your 3DS games on the go with you? Okay, maybe you can already do that. It's a portable console, but have you ever wanted to have more space in your pockets and not carry around two different consoles if you want to play your Nintendo 3DS and your Nintendo Switch? Well, I might have a solution for you. Welcome to my less than stellar setup with pillowcases that I got from Walmart, just so I could have a white backdrop to make this video. That super intrigues me. This is insane what I'm about to show you guys. So M4XW has been working on the Citra port to Nintendo Switch. This came out for Android. It really sped up quite a few games, and it happens to run on the Nintendo Switch's native operating system, Horizon, and it happens to run absolutely fantastic for a couple of titles. Now, this isn't a blanket that fits all the games. There's still games that don't boot, games that don't run good, and you know, for the games that it does run, it is insanity how well it does run them. So this will be a work in progress, of course, and it will get better with time. So this is just a little case I got. It has a 10,000 milliamp hour battery in it so that you can charge your Switch on the go without having to carry around a portable power bank. So I'm just gonna throw it in here, boom. Another reason I wanna use it is because it does have a much better kickstand. And I do want to note that you do need a modded Nintendo Switch to do this. So not all the Switches are moddable currently. With the Mariko units, they are not soft moddable, I should say. They are moddable with this new mod chip that's coming out, but it seems like it's a big pain in the ass to do. So I do have a big screen for the top screen and a little screen for the touch screen, and it is touch because the Nintendo Switch is touch, which is awesome. So if you really don't fancy using the touchscreen, you do have the ability to use the right analog stick to basically use touch. So for instance, if I want to go to the menu but I'm playing on a TV and I can't get there, I can simply just press in the right analog stick and browse. Very useful. Now, I do have my RetroArch set up where it does create save states, but there are no save states in the simulator, so you're gonna have an annoying little pop-up. But let's be honest, guys, look at this performance. I am doing a little bit of overclocking, so I'm running at 460 megahertz on the GPU, 1600 megahertz on the RAM, and I do have my processor overclocked to 1785 just to prevent any stutters and slowdowns. So you may not even be required to go that high with your CPU. This honestly is so incredible, you might not even need to overclock it to that point. Normally the Switch processor runs at 1,000 megahertz. The GPU can go from like 308 megahertz to 460 if it's loading. But when you put in the dock, the GPU goes up to 768 megahertz, and if you do have a modded unit, you do have the opportunity to push it to 928 megahertz on the GPU. Completely not necessary, but what's nice about this case is since it is technically plugged in, I can go to temporary overrides. Okay, is it even on? No, it's not even on. So we'll turn it on, and you can just see it just bumped up to 768 megahertz and started lagging. Awesome. This is a perfect example of why you should bump up the CPU, because do you hear how it's lagging now? Boom, lag's gone. I'm not a genie or anything, but I can definitely make lag go away. So like I said, this is heavily work in progress. This is not permanently how this is going to be, but this is one of the games that just runs absolutely incredibly. I mean, look at this, guys. You have full touchscreen support too. It's insanity. I mean, I'm playing a Nintendo 3DS game on my Nintendo Switch. Does it get any crazier than that? So for comparison, I am gonna pull up my actual Nintendo 3DS, new 3DS XL with Zelda Majora's Mask, and get about to the same area. Okay. Let's go back out. Look at that, Nintendo Switch is so much better and so much faster that it actually loads the loading zones quicker than the 3DS does, the actual 3DS. I don't know about you guys, but I think that's pretty incredible. And the colors just look so much better on the Switch screen. And I mean, it is not a perfect port. There is still lags when you're trying to go into a new area. There is lags at certain points in the game, but honestly, you could take this anywhere you want without taking your 3DS with you, and you can hook it up to a TV to play it. Alright, so I have the Nintendo Switch in the dock, displaying on the TV, playing a portable Nintendo 3DS game natively on the Switch with a freaking humongous TV. I don't know if it gets any cooler than that, you guys. And like I said earlier, if you need to manage the touchscreen, you can use this stick, which I guess it also uses the C stick on the new Nintendo 3DS if you so desire. You can set it to the old Nintendo 3DS so it doesn't use the C stick, the camera stick. That is completely optional, but you can still completely manage the touchscreen if you so desire. I mean, guys, I don't know if it gets any better than this. Look at this. Pop the Nintendo Switch out. Boom. You're playing again on the go. Put it in the TV. We're back at it, baby. So, do you guys see how it is the resolution of the 3DS? It's kind of pixelated. What we can do is we can go to the options. I don't know if you guys can tell the difference, but it is running double the native resolution of the 3DS and it still works fantastic. You definitely will notice the difference when you are playing 1x resolution and 2x resolution. I mean, you could probably push it higher and it's still running perfect frame rate, but I would say 2x is the best, 1x if you want a more vanilla experience. Now, I have my big screen set up with a smaller screen. You don't have to do that. You can jump into your... So I got a crash right there. That happens. So I'm going to start up Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D. So here we are. Working perfectly. Absolutely perfectly. It is running 1x resolution. You definitely can see the pixelated effect. What if all you have is a cheap Afterglow Xbox 360 controller that you bought at Walmart because you're poor like me? Well, if that's the case, why don't we just plug it in and try it? I've got this Xbox controller plugged into a Nintendo. Oh my god, are we playing Zelda Ocarina of Time 3D, a 3DS game, on a Nintendo Switch with an Xbox 360 controller? There's no voodoo going on here, guys. This works incredibly. I just plugged into the USB and it registers and works. There's no voodoo going on here. So we do want to check. So we're not even running on the overclocked 920 something megahertz on the GPU. We're running at 768, which is fine. You don't need to push your console to the limits to run this game. Alright, so I'm using the Pro Controller. We're back in portable mode. I do have the Ocarina of Time 3D running now, and I do have it running on the 3DS as well. How crazy is that, you guys? How crazy is that? Let's do a zoom in on the graphics so you guys can see. So this is at 240p, you guys. That's what the Switch Zelda Ocarina of Time looks like at 240p, okay? So that is double resolution right there. And the Nintendo Switch handles it like a champion. It has no problem doing this. Literally no problem running this at double resolution. And when you're playing portable mode, it's not as apparent. I mean, if you're a graphics enthusiast, you can definitely tell. But where it becomes most apparent is when you plug it into the TV and you can see the difference majorly. And that is such an awesome thing, to be able to run this amazing title in double resolution on the go. Even though you've got a 3DS and you're already on the go. Now you can be double resolution on the go with only one console. There is no issues whatsoever that I've ran into. I mean, there may very well be some issues in the game, but honestly, I have had no problems with this title. I even tried to speed race one of my buddies on his 2DS XL while I was playing this game on the Switch. Pretty freaking crazy. A speedrun battle. Let me know in the comments what you guys think about this. M4XW has this on his Patreon, however you pronounce it. So you really, if you want to get this updated build, then you really should just back him up. I mean, he's doing God's work. I mean, this was a dream I never knew I had. We don't even have GameCube emulation that is this good so far. And here I am playing one of my freaking favoriteest games of all time, updated. I can take it on the go, I can throw it in the TV, I can double the resolution, I can use whatever controller I want to, I can stream it, I can record it. I wonder if this actually works. No, you can't capture right now. Just to demonstrate, I am on the Switch, so some people don't think this is real, but it definitely is. I wouldn't be making a video about it right now if I was streaming this from my PC or something stupid like that. I mean, this is as good as life will ever get. Look at this. Sorry, 3DS, you're retired. There's no witchcraftery going on right here. Like I said, it's not perfect. There is a little bit of stutter here and there. Alright guys, this is where the real magic happens. So watch this, you guys. Just watch this. Okay. I'm not a magician or anything. This isn't magic. This is engineering. Just watch this, you guys. Nintendo Switch. And just like that, I am playing on a huge screen. Does it get better than that, you guys? I don't know. I really don't know. This is the only good thing to come out of 2020 in my opinion. Alright guys, if you think the fun ended there, well, you're wrong, because the fun is going to continue in a whole different level. So, I introduced to you the Flipgrid. This is a Nintendo Switch accessory you can get on fangamer.com, and basically what it allows you to do is insert your Nintendo Switch so it is no longer in landscape mode, but it goes into portrait mode. So let me just put this in without messing the volume up too bad. So it's got rails on the side where you can throw your Nintendo Switch Joy-Cons into, just like that. And now we need to do a little bit of configuration. And would you look at this? I am playing Portrait on the Nintendo Switch. Touchscreen actually does work, but it's a little wonky in this version of RetroArch. But you can do this with Nintendo DS games on the Nintendo Switch too. But look at this, you guys. You have a 2-screen display, single screen though, with detachable Joy-Con controllers that you can play like a Nintendo DS. So here I am, guys, playing Nintendo Switch 3DS. Nintendo Switch DS. Well, that doesn't work either, but I mean, come on, you guys, look at this. This is absolutely insanity. So you guys, if you want to try this out, you know, go join M4XW's Patreon. I mean, he totally deserves it. He's the reason you can freaking play a good quality Donkey Kong 64 on your Nintendo Switch, so I think that's worth a little bit. I think that's worth $1. But this is how you get the build. You know, you can get Citra on RetroArch right now if you've got a modded Switch, but it is an older version. It's not M4XW's version, and it sucks. You'll be lucky if you get freaking 15 frames per second. So you want that extra 15 frames per second? Go talk to M4XW, man. He's doing God's work. Anyways, guys, thank you so much for watching. I had so much fun making this video and playing just some of my favoriteest games on a console they're not meant to be played on yet. If you guys have any questions, just drop them in the comments. Love to talk to you guys again. You know, I've got a couple more videos I'd really like to make. Can't say I'm coming back, but I do have a couple videos I'd like to put out, interact with the community a bit. I was wanting to do a review on the Flipgrid, so if you guys would be interested in that, let me know about that too. I'd like to cover some more of the mods going on with the Nintendo Switch because they're freaking awesome. So anyways, guys, like it up, subscribe it up, and I'll catch all of you guys future videos and live streams. Peace.